Hello friends, welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. In this channel, you are going to learn English language skills, personality development, vocabulary, and all-round development.
Hello friends, welcome to Communication Skills for Everyone. Today we will learn information transfer. First of all, what is information transfer? Information transfer is transferring information in verbal form, can be made clearer and easier to understand by presenting it in a graphic or pictorial form. It involves how to restate a given body of material in different ways. Information transfer also required in personal as well as professional lives to explain a map, graph, or table in speech or writing, to represent a verbal text in graphic form. Importance of information transfer. Information transfer is used in the context of narration, physical and process description, listing and classifying, comparison and contrast to show cause and effect relationship, and generalizing from numerical data. So first, graphics. Graphics can be used to make the information in a written or oral presentation clearer and easier to comprehend. Graphics can be used in two ways: to supplement information given in a written text or when speaking, and as alternative modes of presenting information. Advantages of information transfer. It gives an opportunity for quick viewing of large amount of data in a less time, finding information in a table or map quicker than it is in a written text, efficiently summarize the data pertaining to a long period of time or to a large number of people. So here we save time as well as one's efforts. Convenient in making comparison involving large amount of data. So when there is large amount of data, so we can make it for comparison or contrast just to get the gist or summary of it. Next, let's move to what are the types of graphic representations. So maps and plans, tables, graphs, bar charts, flow charts, pie charts, tree diagrams, pictograms, and diagrams. Let's discuss one by one. Maps. We know that maps are representations usually on plain surface or a part of the earth, like such as continents, countries, cities, villages, small areas, and even we can talk about buildings. Maps show outlines and boundaries, or sometimes names or codes of areas within them, and features such as roads, coastlines, rivers, building and rooms, so on and so forth. So this talks about that, maps and plans. Next, tables, a simple form of graphic representation in which data are arranged in horizontal rows and vertical columns that carry labels to identify what they represent. For instance, here we can see population projections for India, like categories year 2000, 2005, 2010, 2015, 2020, 2025. How that changes from 5 years to this. Let's move to graphs or line graphs. So a line graph is a way of depicting graphically how two quantities are related and how they vary in relation to one another. Next, let's move to bar charts. Bar charts are used to depict levels of qualitative independent variable using individual bars. Bar charts consist of an axis and a series of labeled horizontal or vertical bars with different values. The numbers along one side of the bar graph is the scale. Flowcharts. Flowcharts are used to represent a process that takes place in successive stages, as in a production process from raw material to finished product. Similarly, it is used to show at a quick glance not only industrial process but also others that consist of clear successive stages. There are conventions for the use of the shapes of squares, rectangles, and diamonds to signify each step of the program. For instance, we can have the communication process. So, source, what and why we are communicating, message, encoding, channel, decoding, receiver, and feedback. This happens in context, and the complete process is called the communication process. Pie charts or circle chart. Pie charts consist of a circle divided into sections. Each section shows the size of some related piece of information. It is used to show the sizes of parts that make up a whole. Next one, tree diagram. Tree diagrams are of two ways. One, the organization chart. Generally, it is used to show the structure and lines of responsibility within company or an institution. The second one, the genealogical tree or family tree. It is used to represent the structure of a major group such as mineral rocks or the structure of sentences in books on grammar or relationships within a large family. This talks about there are two ways to represent tree diagrams. And next, pictograms. A pictogram is another interesting way of presenting data. Picture is used in place of words or figures. Just make it for instance, we can have a glance, be well informed, good preparation, good knowledge, have a message, self-confidence, sincerity, believe in what you present. This is about presentation circle, a kind of pictogram. This is about information transfer. Thank you for watching. Subscribe Communication Skills for Everyone for more academic and educational videos.